What a night, what a storm, what a match. Under the wild Sydney skies, as lightning crackled above and nerves frayed below, the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs stood firm in the face of chaos and carved out a 24-18 win over the surging South Sydney Rabbitohs, a victory forged not just in attack, but in courage, patience, and sheer willpower. It wasn't just a game. It was an event. It had everything. Lightning delays, sin bins, comebacks, clashes, near collapses, and a finale that had every heart pounding and every voice hoarse. The Bulldogs came out breathing fire. They didn't wait to find their rhythm, they created it. Toby Sexton got things going, darting over early with purpose and authority. Marcelo Montoya added more bite to the Bulldog bark, and Connor Tracy made it 3. In no time, it was 18-0. Total dominance. Then the sky opened up. The rain came crashing down like a cleansing flood. The lightning cracked with menace. And for the first time since Anzac Day 2015, the NRL had to hit pause. A surreal half-hour break followed. Players were ushered off. Coaches huddled. Fans held their breath. You could feel it, this wasn't over. Toby Sexton, fresh off his dazzling start, looked up and said what everyone was thinking, I think it's a full moon or something. Maybe it was. Because when the game resumed, it had changed. Something in the energy. Something in the air. Souths came out of that break like a new team. Alex Johnston, the eternal Rabbitohs finisher, found the line just before the halftime siren. The glimmer of hope. The crack in the door. A spark for South Sydney. And it lit a fire. Tass Duncan opened the second half with a bang, bulldozing, charging, breaking through for a try that sent the Rabbitohs crowd into a frenzy. Then came the twist. Marcelo Montoya, against the run of play, managed to slip through and score one for the Bulldogs. A momentum breaker. A momentum maker. But the fire wasn't out yet. Jake Turpin's wild high shot saw him sin-binned. The Bulldogs, down to 12. And suddenly the door was open once again. Souths pushed. Jack Wighton, leading by example, found the corner and brought the score to within touching distance. He wasn't just the captain, he was the heartbeat. But Canterbury answered. Sexton stepped up. A penalty goal. 2 points that stretched the margin to 10. Enough, maybe, but there was still time. There was still drama. And drama delivered. Tass launched a gorgeous kick across the field. It hung in the air, hopeful, hungry. Tyrone Munro leapt. He took it in stride. And he was gone. Lightning in boots. Straight to the corner. 24-18. Just over a minute to go. The crowd erupted. The stadium buzzed. It was on. Could Souths pull off the miracle? Not this time. Jamie Humphries fumbled, and the Bulldogs pounced. A repeat set. A penalty. Time ticked. Breath held. Sexton stared down the posts. He lined it up, slotted it, and sealed it. 24-18. And breathe. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't smooth. But it was gritty. It was heart. It was Bulldogs footy. Sexton was everywhere. Try scorer, playmaker, time manager, heartbeat. All while whispers swirled about his place in the squad. He answered with his actions, not his words. But he wasn't alone. Lachlan Galvin was electric, elusive, creative, brave, the kind of player who forces a coach to roll the dice, even if it means shaking the chemistry. And tonight, it paid off, yet the cost may be high. Josh Curran went on report. A thundering shoulder to Tyrone Munro's head, nasty, if unfortunate. Munro's slip at the last second may have saved Curran from the bin. But the match review committee may not be as forgiving. Turpin, too, is on report. Reid Mahoney also finds his name in the ref's book. The Bulldogs might have won the match, but the judiciary might win the week. For Souths, it was heartbreak. A brilliant Tass kick. A Munro try. A team that refused to die. But they left themselves too much to do. The storm break saved them from a first-half blowout, but it couldn't carry them all the way back. Jack Wighton gave everything. Johnston, relentless. Duncan, powerful. Tass, magical. Munro, a spark of brilliance. But the mountain was too high. Still, it was a warning to the league, Souths are never out of it. The Bulldogs go into the bye leading the ladder, but not without bruises. Not without questions. Their clash with the Panthers after the break will test more than just skill. It will test depth, discipline, and recovery. And this wild weekend didn't end there. Up north, the Dolphins handled business with brutal efficiency. But not without cost. Felix Kaufusi's high shot has earned him 2 weeks on the sideline. Another enforcer out. Another blow for a team finding form. And just when you think you've caught your breath, State of Origin 2 looms. Wednesday night in Perth. The biggest names. The brightest lights. The heaviest stakes. But that's for another day. For now, we reflect on a night that had everything. A night that reminded us why we watch. Why we yell. Why we believe. Storms come. Lightning strikes. Players fall. But the game goes on. The Bulldogs march on. Souths roar back but fall short. And the league. It gets crazier by the week. This is rugby league. This is war in 80 minutes. And this was unforgettable.